I was a risk-averse, perfectionist, and a control freak. I admit. So then I joined this program, and Palak comes with her mindset change. And I was like, what is this woman talking about? But then, after going through the mindset modules, listening to Palak, doing the sensei sessions, everything, I am happy to report that my mindset changed. So I bought the first property sight unseen. So I'm so proud of myself. And that property is fully rehabbed now and rented, and I'm going through a refinance.
Hey, this is Neeti, and what you're about to hear today is a very special episode with one of the members from our portfolio program.
We call these Sensei Sessions. These interviews are designed to give you perspective about what you can achieve with the right strategies and execution.
I hope you enjoy this episode, and for free resources, check out our show notes section to see how you can build and scale your portfolio.
Arina, tell us about you, what you do for a living, where you live, where you invest, what's your portfolio size, and why you do what you do.
So I live in South Florida, Palm Beach Shores, and I invest in Baltimore, Maryland. And I've been working for the United Nations for almost 25 years now.
Wow.
I travel a lot, and I'm a real estate investor, forgot to mention the most important. In Baltimore, I have 3 properties by now. My total portfolio size is 850,000, and the ARV is around 200, I would say.
Equity. Equity is
why-
around 200?
Equities, sorry. Equities,
Yeah.
200, yes. Why I'm doing that? I think, of course, for generational wealth, we moved to United States around 20 years ago. Nobody in our family invests in real estate, or nobody is rich. So I would like to break that and start by doing that by myself and giving that to our son. And hopefully we have grandchildren. Also, I would like to retire early and retire my husband early. That would be great. And the last, I think, is it's a challenge for me. I love challenges.
Ooh, I love that.
I love that.
Yeah, that is awesome. And I love that about being in business for myself too. I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, my business is my hobby. Like I love growing in this business, and not saying we don't do anything else, but it's so enjoyable when you treat it like a challenge and, hey, can I do this? What else can I do? And I love that you said that. I would love to know, how did you find your first deal? There's always a juicy story behind the first deal. What's a juicy story you can share with us?
Well, before I actually tell you about my first deal, I would like to mention that before I joined this program, I was a risk-averse, perfectionist, and a control freak. I admit. So then I joined this program, and Palak comes with her mindset change. And I was like, what is this woman talking about? But then, after going through the mindset modules, listening to Palak, doing the sensei sessions, everything, I am happy to report that my mindset changed. So I bought the first property sight unseen. I did not see it. My agent did not see it. Actually, we saw it after I already paid for it. So I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah.
That was my first property, sight unseen through wholesaler, but the deal came from my agent. And that property is fully rehabbed now and rented, and I'm going through a refinance.
Wow, that's
Great story.
fantastic. Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, I 100%, I'm an engineer, like mindset. I always think it's not real stuff. I feel like when somebody's talking mindset, they're just selling me something and they're trying to convince me on something. It's all psychobabble. But then over the years, I've realized that it's all mindset. It's like a 180 shift from how I used to think about minds. It's literally all about mindset at the end of the day. And we can collect all the information and all the tactics and all the deal analysis spreadsheets, but unless you're thinking about it correctly, it's not going to happen. So I love that you said that.
Yeah, if someone would have told me 7 months ago that I'll buy a property sight unseen, I'll do a rehab without choosing any finishes or anything, and I'll rent it to someone who I have never seen and never spoke to, I would have said no way. No,
Yeah.
I need to be in control. But that's what I did, and I'm proud of myself, and
Oh, yeah.
I also went through challenges with this first property, because when I tried to refinance it, it didn't appraise to what I was hoping. I was hoping for 260, but it appraised for 243. So I was a little sad. But then, of course, here Palak and Niti come and they say, do not give up. Go and redo the appraisal, talk to other people, do a package, talk to the appraisal. So, of course, I did a second appraisal and I sent my agent to talk to the appraiser and to show him comps and to convince him. And guess what? The appraisal came 20,000 more than I expected. Now we got it at 280 instead of 243. So
Oh my God. That is
That's
amazing.
awesome.
first baby is special, always.
Wow. So it appraised for 243, and then when you redid it, appraised for 280.
Mhm.
Yes, always, if the appraisal doesn't go your way, there's a section in the modules. You can work on that. You can request them to re-look at it.
I would love to hear from you and just your thoughts on what has been the most helpful as you've gone through the journey to grow.
I wouldn't have done it without the modules and without the calls, both Sunday and Wednesday, love them both, and the guides and the sensei sessions. But of course, what stood out in this program for me from the very, very beginning is the community. When I joined, I imagined that we will be competing with each other. I thought that, we all want to invest and we all want to keep it to ourselves, but I was so surprised how the community is so generous. Everyone is sharing information. Everyone is sharing experience, knowledge. They jump on each and every question that you ask, not only in Facebook. I've asked Eileen personally a million of times. Eileen always answered my questions, and then the inspiration that other members of this community give you. I remember after 2 months being in this program, I just finished all the modules and I called Dhruva to brag about it. And I say, oh, Dhruva, I finished all my modules. How about you? And Dhruva, and did you finish all the sensei sessions? And I'm like, no. I'm like, okay, challenge accepted. So guess what? Now I'm same as Dhruva. I finished all the modules, all the guides, all the sensei sessions.
No way.
No
I've
way.
listened to everything that is
Oh
there
my
on Facebook
God.
because Dhruva challenged me and she said, excuse me, how about the rest? So this is truly amazing when you have people like that who help
Yes.
you, who challenge you, who inspire you, or who sometimes need your help, and you share with them what you know, and you inspire them, and you encourage them, and you feel like I contributed. I contributed not only to myself, but to this community as well. So now I jump back to answer somebody else's questions, and I'm so happy to do that. So yes, the biggest piece of advice for newbies is go through your modules and guys and sensei sessions. Those are really important to motivate you. Attend all the calls, and find accountability group. Find people who you can talk about, find people who understand you, find people with whom you click, because that's so important. That's what helps you the most, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
Can I give a shout out to Niti as well? We love Niti.
Sure,
We
that's
love
fine. Go ahead.
Sunday calls. We love, and I have both voices in my head because, Palak teaches me the mindset, but that Niti is like, don't do that, do that, don't do that, do
Yeah.
that. I love you guys both, and I am really amazed how you are able to create this community like that, like a generous community. I don't know how you did it, but I'm guessing because you're like that, so we follow the lead.
This has been fabulous. Thank you so much for your time.
When you're ready to get serious, you can join us at theinvestoraccelerator.com.
It's like getting 1,000 episodes worth of information in 5 days, and it's everything you need to build your actionable plan to financial freedom and making work optional.